Drone Operator Prep is a drone photography course where students actually fly real photography drones, they work on a simulator, and they start to learn and prep for the FAA drone Part 107 test. The acronym is DOP. So looking at the guide, what the students get from us is a DJI Mini. Is the preferred platform. Some schools already have drones, and that's fine with us. It doesn't have to be the Mini. That's just a good platform that's affordable for students that has a capable 4K drone. The Mini 2 is obsolete for the most part, though some schools still use them. You would be on, usually the Mini 4 is about, in 2025 is the current platform, but I'm sure that will evolve in the future. These Mini 2s then work with the DJI app. So what we provide to the school is the drone, which has a controller, the SD card, a flight sim controller, and an SD card reader. So students need to have access to their USB port for those SD cards. And then we'll talk about the flight simulator in just a minute. On the hardware requirements, if the school has opted for they call it the dumb controller versus smart controller, whether a screen is built into the hand controller. So the way the DJI drones work is you plug in your smartphone then acts like the viewing of what the camera sees, also has controls like takeoff and land, and that's a very great way to do it, much more affordable. The smart controller has a screen built into it. So if the dumb controller is being used, then the students need a tablet or phone to utilize with the DJI app installed, and then that app will then work with the drone and provide GPS and things like that for the controller. If they have the smart controller, then they don't need a phone opened up. So what's to mention there is if the students are allowed to use their own devices, many of them are willing to, that's fine. Or the school can provide a tablet or phone that works well. But then the DJI app needs to be opened up on those tablets and phones. The next need on the hardware side from the school is a computer for the flight sim. Students start out learning on Zephyr, is the flight sim, the drone photography flight sim that is used. It is not an overly burdensome program for the PC that's needed, but check the system requirements on the sim that we provide the link to and make sure that your PCs are capable of running this. On the software installation side, Zephyr Sim is what we're installing. And so it's Little Arms is the company, Zephyr is the sim, and follow the links to install that. The DJI Fly app is the app we need. If you do, so that's for many of the lower end drones. DJI Go is so if we provide it, that's the one you need. If the school has some higher end drones, some higher DJIs, then you may need the DJI Go app. So just make sure the app you get is compatible with the drone model you have. For the Zephyr Sim installation, we give you some guidelines there. Zephyr, the students are logging in online, so they have an account, usually tagged to their email, and then they're flying, and they can do skills courses and get, the teacher can see what they're up to. So it's a sign-in online, but it is a downloaded sim that they're working with. The Orca controller is what the students use, so when they're physically flying the sim, so that connects via USB, and it works well. There may be a future Bluetooth option coming there, but for now that Bluetooth option is not compatible with the controller versus the sim. So if that happens down the road, a firmware update may be needed on those controllers. But for now, it's a hardwired USB connection, which also makes it easy for charging the controllers. As far as site domains to whitelist, we need STEMilab. That's the primary site for the students' LMS, where they get their curriculum and they get their instructions and student handouts. The teachers also sign into that. We are compatible with student emails, student usernames, so that's how they're signing in. They can be through QR codes or links. And then we also are compatible with single sign-on options like Google. So if there's any questions there, let us know. Any third party we use like Zephyr, we also take care to pass on requirements to them for student data and privacy, make sure they're doing the right things. And then we also take that very seriously, so we make sure our LMS that we're using does all the right things with student privacy and data. If there's any questions, again, let us know. As far as sites, we need milestoneC.com, STEM Education, because we send them there at times. The primary use for YouTube is to watch videos that we have recorded or others have recorded. From there, the students don't need direct access, but to get the DJI Fly download, they will need that, whether from Play or Google. And then to use the sim, they do need Little Arms and Zephyr opened up so that they can have access, and obviously then the student login when they're flying their sim.